This is the Wisekrakrbusiness, and today we're going to talk about the passive abilities of all the Warframes. So we're going to go through them from A to Z, and that means we begin with A, and that means Ash. Well, with the Ash, we can now deal extra slash damage because his passive ability will deal 25% more damage and last 50% longer, ladies and gentlemen. And that means that flash enemies or enemies with a lot of health, well, are screwed now because the Ash will keep on dealing slash procs on these bastards. And as you can see here, this level 250 bastard is slowly bleeding out. Atlas can no longer be knocked down. Well, when he is in midair, he still can be knocked down. But while he is walking on the ground, nobody can stop him. But he can be killed though. The Banshee now is silent always and ever. So whatever weapon you use, nobody will hear you. So this is especially very handy while doing spy missions where silence is key. The CHROMA, as we all know, has a special color picking passive ability because the color you pick will deal the elemental damage you want. And as you can see here on the screen, you see what kind of colors will give you the damage you want. But, ladies and gentlemen, what does that mean for action? Well, let's try it out. Here we go. We have a red color, and that means heat damage, and especially well against infested bastards. And as you can see here, bam, it does pretty well. But what about blue or purple? Well, blue or purple will give you some nice electric damage, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. And it does very well also. This is a little extra tip for you against robotics. There we go. So, different colors will give you different elemental damage. Every time the Ember is ablaze, and as you can see in the top right corner that she gets 35% extra power strength, but also you get some extra energy. But since I have the Rage mod equipped, that doesn't really matter. But the 35 extra percent does, because I can kill this bastard very easily. For the Equinox, the color you pick for her energy or his energy determines how you will start a mission. You will start a mission as the day form when you use light use, and as the night form when you use dark use. And the passive ability is sort of the same as Equilibrium. With the Excalibur, we get, when we use a sword, a 10% attack speed bonus and a 10% damage bonus, ladies and gentlemen. But that doesn't mean we can use every melee weapon. We can only use swords. Swords like Nikanas, like the one I'm using right now. But look at the speed. I wanted to show you the speed that we can get by using sword and the Excalibur. But we can also use Destreza, for instance, or normal swords, or we can also use dual swords. And of course, we can use the Exalted Blade. And my god, look at this. It's like the same as we are using Pressure Point and Fury, but now we don't even need those mods anymore. Look at that. done. Oh, this one is pretty cool. No pun intended there. Every time a bastard is trying to attack the frost, like these little cubros right here. Look at that. They're trying to kill me, but there is a chance they get frozen by attacking me. And before you know it, ladies and gentlemen, there is a group of sculptures surrounding you. After a while, the enemy will unfreeze. And when they attack, they get frozen again. The HYDROID has a very special passive ability. Look at that. Every time we do a slam attack on the ground with a melee weapon, we have a 50% chance to spawn a tentacle. And that will last 15 seconds. So we can just walk around the mission, or as you can see here in the simulacrum, and just keep on slam attacking these bastards. And look at all the tentacles. And they are all free, ladies and gentlemen. There is no energy used. Just using a slam attack. And I'm bothering these bastards till they die. Look at that. It's just so much fun. And I'm thinking about all the possibilities. And look at that bat. He doesn't know what's happening anymore. He's totally lost. He's totally lost, ladies and gentlemen. Well, with the Anaras, we have a very special ability, because every time the Anaras bleeds out, he has the ability to siphon health back while in the sarcophagus from enemies surrounding him. And you have to kill 2 enemies to get back to life. Siphoning does not appear to have a range limit. You will pull your enemies towards you while siphoning. The siphon damage can be increased by using Provoked. Ivara can sense enemies within 20 meters. And as you can see on the minimap, now she can see him, and now she can. And now she can see him, and she can still see him, and it is gone. And now she can see him again. So here we are with the dapper bastard himself, Limbo. And what is his passive ability? Well, while in the rift, the Limbo holster speed and reload speed are 50% faster, and the movement speed is increased by 10% while in the rift. So as you can see here, we can switch very fast between weapons, and also we can shoot faster and reload faster. Especially with slow reloading weapons like these, this is very handy. And now we are here with the Loki. And this is what he does. He can just hang here all the live long day, just hanging. He's just hanging around. This is what he does now. He's hanging. Well, on to the next one. The Mac can now pick up resources by just, well, using bullet jump. And it works just like the vacuum mod for your carrier. When the MESA is using dual-wielded sidearms, she has a 10% extra fire rate. But using a one-handed sidearm, you get 20% reload speed. But another thing is, when she does not use a melee weapon, not one at all, she gets a 50% extra health. Well, isn't that great? Mirage's passive ability is very simple. Well, she has a 25% faster bullet jump and a 50% faster maneuver speed. And that means, well, damn. Every time the Necros kills somebody within 10 meters of him, he gets 5 points of health. And that's it. Just kill a person and get health. That's how you do it with the Necros. The Necros like death around him. He's very, very emo. MESA is just very fun. You can be very fast and very nimble. Look at how long she is sliding on the ground. Look at that. Whee! I'm still sliding. I'm still sliding. And I'm still sliding well against this wall. And finally I'm done. Well, it was fun. The Nova now has a counter attack. Every time she gets knocked down, she emits a pulse that knocks the enemy down. So it's kind of tit for tat. So you hit me, I'll hit you back. Look at that. So get my health back and bam. Look at them all falling down because they knocked me down. Oh my. Look, this is pretty irritating. But now I'm up again. I'm waiting for it. Bam. And look at these bastards. They also get killed by the pulse of the Nova. Nyx can now disarm her enemies by just using the powers, and it doesn't even matter what kind of powers you use. Look at that. He is disarmed. And well, we can also do this with large groups of enemies, of course. Look at that. We have a big group here, and I'm trying to disarm as many as I can. And as you can see, some of them are disarmed, but not all of them. So just keep using your powers and hope that all of them will get disarmed, or otherwise you will die. Maybe, maybe not. Oh man, the Oberon. This one's fun too. Look at that. Look at the little doggies. They no longer attack me. They will attack my enemy. Because the Oberon is one with nature. And every little bastard from nature will fight for me. And I cannot even hurt them. Look at that. There we go. Well, this one we already knew. The heavy impact landing from the RHINO. SARYN has a, well, not so creative passive ability. Her passive ability is that the status effect duration will be increased by 25%. While that is very handy for some missions, it is pretty boring as a passive ability. The Trinity now, ladies and gentlemen, can revive fallen enemies 20% faster. And also, she can do it by standing further away. When the VALKYR is knocked down, she gets up 50% faster than other WARFRAMEs. But when you use Handspring and Constitution, this will even be faster, ladies and gentlemen, because now she has a knockdown recovery speed from up to 250%. So she gets knocked down, but gets right back up again. You're never gonna keep her down. She gets knocked down and get up again. When Vauban is near allies, he gets an armor boost. And that is a 25% for your armor. And as you can see in the top right corner, reinforce means how many allies are surrounding you. We got 1 now. And we have 3! And that means 75% bonus armor, ladies and gentlemen. And that is very great for the Vauban. As long as Volt is walking on the ground and not using any abilities or any weapons, you get some extra electricity damage, as you can see in the top right corner. When the Wukong is going on not so with his melee skills, you can see in the bottom right corner that the combo counter is stacking up. But the duration of this combo counter is 66% longer. That means you can just walk around for a little bit and continue on with stacking up that combo counter. But how can we do that? Well, we can increase that combo counter or the combo duration by using the body count mod. And ladies and gentlemen, I must say you have to use that, because look at that. It makes it so much easier to keep that combo counter going strong. But when using the Primal Fear ultimate ability, the body count mod will no longer affect the combo counter. So it can only be used while using a melee weapon. ZEPHYR is very simple. Well, she is very light and nimble, and that means while in the air, you are just, well, look at that, very maneuverable. And that's because she is so light and she floats through the air and down to the ground. It was a long one today, ladies and gentlemen, but we did it. All the passive abilities of all the Warframes. So I hope you enjoyed this. Like and subscribe if you did. And check me out in all my other videos. So I hope to see you there. And until then, adios.
I am a man.